How are you guys? Oh, there are some who is jogging. It is so cloudy today. I think it will rain later. Musta kayo dyan mga lods at sis? Lakad-lakad muna tayo. Monday na today. Para meron tayong energy later. Kailangan maglakad-lakad ba? Ang ganda ng mga puno. Ang sisigla nila kasi naulanan sila. Tignan natin siya ng picture. Ang ganda niya. Medyo late na nakalabas ngayon. Kasi nagluto pa ng breakfast. Doon tayo sa may sa may red clay. Doon tayo maglakad-lakad. Ganda ng ulap, guys. Ayan, punta tayo dito. Good morning! Kumusta kayo dyan? May naglalaro na dyan, na manong. How are you there, guys? Happy Monday! Mag-ano tayo pa, tanggal tayo ng sapatos para tayo ay makapaglakad-lakad dito today. Basta kayo dyan, guys. Lakad-lakad tayo. Wait lang. At ako ay magtatanggal ng aking shoes. Ano ko yung shoes ko? Lagay ko yung sapatos ko doon, guys. Hi! Hello! Good morning! I actually take out my shoes because I want to do barefoot walking. Yay! I'm doing barefoot. Hi, Vanya Ivan! Hi, Amir Haushang Maumodia! How are you? I'm here outside. This is just near our apartment. This is a red clay mud path. And it is good to do barefoot walking here. I actually just have maybe 40 minutes today to do barefoot walking. Yesterday, I actually walk for 1 hour and 30 minutes. I'm just going to put my shoes in there. There's my shoes. Which city? We are here in Korea. I live here in Korea. How are you? We are from Chungnam region. There are lots of people here today. They're all doing barefoot walking actually. There's some who is jogging. I really admire those who can actually get up early, like 5 a.m. in the morning, and then go out at 6 a.m. and exercise in the morning. Me, I can actually go out around 7 a.m. in the morning. I do wish to go out at 6 a.m. but sometimes, I need to do the breakfast also. But I think if you're really eager to go out at 6 a.m., you can actually do it. For me, I need to wake up my son at 7 a.m. Yeah, so I cannot actually go out at 6 because I need to wake him up. I need to wake him up at exactly 7 a.m. So I need to wait a little bit for him to wake up. Let's do barefoot walking. It's really good for your senses and the feeling at your feet. It is really relaxing. So, later we will go to work again. So spending like 30 minutes or just 40 minutes. If you can actually spend like 1 hour in the morning doing light walking, it will actually prepare us for the whole day and will also re-energize us. Thank you, Vanya, Ivan, and Amir Haoshang. Thank you so much for tuning in. It was raining yesterday, so the red clay mud path is a little bit wet. But because of that, because it's a little bit wet, now it is softer. The mud path is softer because it rains yesterday. Amir Haoshang Mohad Modia Haoshang Ma Modinia. We are from Chungnam region. Here in South Korea. Oh, there are lots of shoes in here. They actually put it there. There's another shoes. And there is my shoes. My shoes is there. Yes, I have my husband and I have my 2 children. I'm married to a Korean man, and I have actually my Korean family with me here. I have my 14 years old son, and also I have my 7 years old daughter. In Chungnam. We are far from Seoul, and it is actually a little bit, maybe around 2 hours or 3 hours. If you're really fast, you can go to Seoul from our place, 3 hours by car. We live in Chungcheongnam-do. It's the Chungnam region. Today's is not really packed with people. There are just few. Maybe in the morning, maybe at 6 a.m. Before, last year, I was able to go out at 6 a.m. in the morning, and I was really eager to do walking a lot. But now that my son needs to wake up at 7 a.m. and I need to wake him up, because there is an instance that I went early, and then my son, he has his alarm, but he was not able to wake up. And when I came home at 8 a.m., he's still at home. So I was really surprised, and then I told him, "Why are you still here? You need to go out. You need to go to your school." And he's really rushing, and "Oh my God, Mom, I'm really late. What will happen? Can you please take me to my school? Can you drive me to school?" And I didn't drive him, because the reason is, if I drive him and he didn't face the consequence that he was late, then he will not actually feel what will be the effect of his actions. So I just let him go, and I told him, "Well, then you were not able to wake up early and you were late, then you need to face the consequences of it. And I cannot take you by car. I cannot drive you, because your sister, who is 7 years old, is still sleeping." So he's actually a little bit irritable that time, and he told me, "Mom, please, I'm begging you. I need to go now, and I'm really late." But still, yeah. Because there is one time that I already took him to school with his friend, because it was really rainy. And I actually told him, "Okay, I will take you guys to school, and I will drive you." So then I actually drive them. I drive them together, and I take them to school. Thank you, Amir. Haoshang Malmodia. No, the capital is actually Seoul. So we are far from Seoul. It is actually 3 hours by car if you go there. And if you're not the best driver, like me, I'm not a best driver. So Seoul area is really crowded. And also it is really crowded in There's a lot of car there, actually. And the traffic flow is not smooth around Seoul area, especially during rush hours. So if you go there on weekdays and it's actually rush hours, I think even on weekends, because we went there during vacation and it's still very crowded. And if you turn wrong to one road, then it will take you like 30 minutes again to just have U-turn. Yeah, and it will take you more time. There is one Filipino sisters that I know, and she'd been here in Korea for such a long time too. But then it is her first time to drive to Seoul. So she really likes to go to Seoul. So she drove there and she really thought that it will be okay driving in there. But then it should be only 3 hours, you know. She can actually just took 3 hours to go there. But then because she's not familiar to the roads and the streets in Seoul, so it took her actually like 5 hours. It took her 5 hours to, you know, arrive in her designated area. But then she actually arrived safely, but then it just took 2 more hours. So instead of 3 hours, it took her 5 hours to arrive where she wants to go in Seoul. So if you will drive in Seoul, actually, you need to know the streets and you need to be really well familiar with the street signs, because one wrong turn, it will take you more hours to arrive to your destination. Even my husband says that it also is really hard to drive in Seoul if you're not familiar with the streets. Had several pen friends in Korea. Oh, really? That's good for you. Amir Haoshang Malmodia. Korean people are really hardworking and they're really nice, but then they're also very straightforward. I think their personality is really straightforward, and they're also really take care of having financial savings. It's actually drizzling a little bit now, so I need to open up my umbrella. Okay. No, it's drizzling. It's drizzling now, guys. I need to turn over my shoes so it will not be actually wet. Yeah, I need to turn it over so it will not be wet. Okay. I just turned over my shoes and the two men, they saw it and they find it really cute and funny, and they were smiling at me. I just turned it upside down so it will not be wet easily. The other young woman, oh, I think she's an old woman, she's trying to jog, and maybe she forgot to bring her umbrella. Sometimes, yesterday I saw another old woman and she just keep on walking even though even though it is raining. It's raining hard yesterday in the morning and she just keep on walking. It is good that you have pen friends here in Korea. Amir Hoshang. Actually, when I came here in Korea, I thought that it is a very clean country, and I love their roads and streets, expressways, everything here. I love it because it is really clean and the transportation is really smooth. Even my dad, when he came here in Korea, he was really amazed how the transportation is really smooth. The traffic is smooth and the transportation is smooth. And everyone seems to be really disciplined. You know, if the citizens are really disciplined, you can actually see the results of it in their country. So I think that's why Korea has a growing economy. Because the people here, they are really disciplined, they are really hardworking, and they do put a lot of effort on having savings for their children's future. So that's what I learned here when living here together. And also I saw my husband, he'd been working a very long time in his company too, and he tries not to quit easily. And I do learn a lot from it also, because before, when I had my first job here in Korea, and I was really young then, and I just freshly graduated from my university in the Philippines. So I really thought that if I don't like my job, then I can quit and I can actually land a better job the next time around. And then my husband actually told me it will be habitual if you are going to quit. Every time you felt some struggles or you felt some hardships. Because before, during my first job here in Korea, so when I was living with my mom-in-law, I was able to work for almost 2 years as kindergarten teacher also in my near my mom-in-law's town. And I had my motorbike with me, and that is my service, so I can actually go to the bus station and I will ride two buses. So I will travel like for almost 2 hours just to arrive at my destination at my first kindergarten school that I taught before. So during that time, it was really difficult for me to do transportation because I don't have a car. I just have my motorbike with me, and that is my service, because the bus stop is really far from my mom-in-law's house, because my mom-in-law's house is province, and it is actually inside inside I mean, it is almost in the mountains, so I need to climb up to the hill if I will go to my mom-in-law's house, and the bus station is down the hill. So that's why I decided to buy a motorbike so that I can actually go to the bus station by time, and I will just park my motorbike near the bus station. And it is really safe here in Korea because, you know, they will not actually take things here. So I actually worked for almost 2 years there in kindergarten near our mom-in-law's town. But then when I moved to city with my husband, and actually during those times, English teachers are really well in demand, and they really needed a lot of foreigners to teach English in schools, in academies, kindergartens, preschools, or even if you will just have a private tutorials. It was really in high demand during those times. And I have my private tutorials before with the college students, elementary students, and if also I have a couple who are both Oriental medicine doctors. They are both Oriental medicine doctors, and I do have conversation class with them also. I do private tutorials with them, and I can actually earn more by doing private tutorials, because during those times I actually don't have a child. I don't have children yet, so that is why actually. And then during those times I really thought that it is really easy to find a job. So I was actually teaching in an elementary school, and I felt some struggles and difficulty, especially with the grade 6 students, because you know, grade 6 students, they are turning to teenage years, stage of their lives, and they try to joke a lot, and sometimes they're not listening. And I told that to my partner, my Korean teacher partner, and she told me that, you know, they are just kids. Even though they are taller than us, they're still just kids. And then she told me that she will try to talk to the students, because during those times I was in my 3rd year here in Korea, and I was teaching in elementary schools as a foreign teacher. And I really thought that, okay, if I quit my job in here, I can actually find another job, maybe much better than this. So after a year working as an elementary English teacher, I did quit my job, and my husband actually warned me that it is not good that if you have some struggles with your job, you will quit. And I thought it was just okay. So I tried to apply in academy because I think academy is much more lighter. The workload is lighter than elementary school, and maybe it will be a little bit easier to work in there than working in elementary school. So I did work in academy, English academy. But then I felt some difficulty again with the new books and everything and new system. So after 6 months, I did try to quit again. And then my husband told me, because you keep on quitting your job, you know, the principals and the other school owners, they will not trust you anymore because your image is you just, work like 1 year and then you quit. And then you work again for 6 months and then you quit. So what will happen next time? Because, you cannot even stand the difficulty. You cannot face the difficulty or the struggles when you are working. And your solution is just to quit your job. So I actually, it is actually a big learning to me when my husband actually told me about it. And it's like a wake-up call that, yeah, he's right, because if I keep on quitting and I just keep on believing to myself that there will be more better job if I quit in here, then it will be habitual to me that if I have some struggles and I encounter some difficulty in my new job, then my solution will just to quit. And then I realized that it's not really healthy and it's not proper thing to do. So actually what my husband told me, I just keep on thinking about it every time I apply for the job and there is some difficulty or there's some struggles and I will encounter some stress in my job. I do try to bear it and endure it and try to do better, because I really think that if you will just try to quit and quit with your job and you think that there will always be another job for you, it is actually not good at all, because there will come a time that the company will not hire you anymore because they know your image already and they know that you cannot endure the struggles and the difficulties. So your image actually will be ruined. And actually it is a big learning to me also. So from then on, I try to, stay consistently and do better in every job that I will try to apply. And I try not to quit easily. Oh, my nationality, I'm a Filipina. The one named Yon Hua Choi. Oh, I'll try to find it. I'll try to search it. And I will try to ask my husband too. Anyway, thank you so much, Amir Haoshang Mao Maudia, for tuning in. Thank you, Vanya Ivan, for tuning in. And good morning, guys. I will just have a short live today because I actually need to go back now because my son will need to go to his school now, and I need to look for my youngest daughter. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope that you will have a good day today. Happy Monday!